Hey y'all, it's me Alex from the Longest Cosplays. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. I went to Sacramento, California, from the 15th to the 21st. And it was a pretty good experience, pretty great experience, but before I get too ahead of myself, I went to a couple of comic book stores. I went to a place called The Cave, and a place called World's Best Comics and Toys. And me being way too in the moment, I completely forgot to record an intro to both of those stores. So, I have B-roll footage of those stores. But I figured, why not, let me just show you guys what it was like, at World's Best, or at The Cave and World's Best. So, let's get some of that B-roll going, and yeah. Alright, so that was World's Best and The Cave. The Cave and World's Best. I keep forgetting that, you know, the order. But I went to The Cave first on the 16th, and I went to World's Best on the 20th. My hair, I've been trying to, like, get it styled. Not styled, but I wanted it to look, like, nicer for this. But I made the grand mistake of just letting it air dry and not, like, actually putting in effort into styling it. So, yeah. Also, you may notice, big shoutouts to Rich over at Big Nasty Comics for the koozie and the shirt. He also gave me like 3 stickers, so that's cool. Thank you for that. There were no comics in that package, but I knew he was like gonna send me like, I knew he was gonna send me some stuff like this, but I didn't know when he was going to. It wasn't like there was no comics or anything in there, so there was nothing, you know, too significant to really record a video about. So you're getting the Rich merchandise reveal here. But yeah, anyway, those were the comic book stores that I went to. I liked them quite a bit. This was the first time I'd really ever, I think, first time I'd ever seriously gone to a comic book store out of state. I live in North Carolina, for context. I've been to a shop, kind of more like a collectible store. I've been to Collecting Problems in Fort Mill, South Carolina, but that's like 40 minutes away from me, and I barely count that as going out of state, so this is really the first time I'd ever really done something like that, and it was a pretty good experience. I have my thoughts about these stores, but I want to get into that after I talk about the books, because you can see here, I got some books. So let's dive right into it. So this first stack is courtesy of The Cave. Yeah, this first stack is courtesy of The Cave, which is the first store that I went to on the 16th. And I'm not gonna, like, hide the covers from you. You guys, I mean, I know what I bought. It's not that, I'm not that stupid. I realized I didn't give myself much space on my desk to really have these. But anyway, got some Spectre. This is Volume 2, Number 6, released in June of 1987. My goal at The Cave was honestly to just find some oddball stuff, and some stuff I wouldn't normally ever go for. And you guys will see it later. I think I definitely hit that mark. But the Spectre is just one of those characters I've been meaning to get into for a long time now. Like, I'm like really into this kind of stuff, so I figured, why not pick some Spectre up? And of course, Spectre, number 20, released August of 1988. You know, I'm just now noticing this big streak here. I don't think that's a part of the original cover. I'm pretty sure someone just drew that on there, but that's honestly fine. I only got, these were very reasonably priced at $1.50. Each, or most of them were $1.50 each, but, you know. This Spectre Volume 2, Number 31, this is the final issue in this run. These are the only 3 issues I have for this run, so, if you've read this Spectre run, please let me know how it is, because I'm very intrigued about reading this, so, yep. Then we got Spectre Volume 3, Number 24. This is the last of the Spectres that I picked up. I got this for $3.49. I really liked this cover. So the cover really spoke to me, honestly. I do really want to collect the Spectre run where Hal Jordan is the Spectre after he had sacrificed himself in Final Night. I really want to collect that run and just read it, because, I mean, it's Hal Jordan. That's like my favorite character. So, Superman, Man of Steel, number 37, part of the 0 Hour event. I was honestly surprised I didn't have this book with all the various Batmen on the cover. You got Golden Age Batman, you got Frank Miller Batman, you got animated series Batman right there, and just all the other Batmen there. It's really, excuse me, It's such a cool cover, and I was amazed I didn't already have it. This next one, those who know me know I notoriously hate Namor in everything to do with Namor, but I had to get this. It's Namor, the Submariner, number 12, has the Invaders, and I'm pretty sure this is the, yeah, Masterman. First appearance of Masterman. I think it's specifically, yeah, Axel Knott, Masterman. I hate Namor. I don't actually hate Namor, like the character. I don't actually hate Namor the character. I play a lot of Marvel Rivals, and Namor fucking sucks to go against. I hate him. Him and his stupid fucking squints. But it has the Invaders on it. I like the Invaders, so that's, had to add that to the collection. Free Comic Book Day 2008 Gumby number 1, I guess. I'm feeling like I'm gonna start like a small Gumby collection, because I really like Gumby. me and my mom are both big into Gumby, so I figure why not add some Gumby to my collection there. This one I've been kind of looking for something like this for a long time now. This is Free Comic Book Day 2021 Trailer Park Boys. This was released in August of 2021. Trailer Park Boys is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's really stupid. It's a stupid fucking show. These three idiots, they all smoke weed, get drunk, and go to jail, like, every season. And they get into some wacky shenanigans. Yeah, Trailer Park Boys, get a fucking comic book. I mean, this is awesome. I know the Trailer Park Boys have had comic books, I think, either prior to this as well. But I've never seen one in the wild, so, and of course to have a photo cover of the Trailer Park Boys, you got Julian, Bubbles, and Ricky. I had to pick this up. There was no way I was gonna look at that and pass it up. This one might seem strange coming from a youthful guy like myself, but this is Hanna-Barbera Big Book number 1, released in June of 1993. I grew up watching the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. They used to be reruns all the time on Boomerang. I'm pretty sure they still do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they still do. But I used to love these cartoons as a kid. Got the Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear. I mean, and even the Jetsons. I don't think they're depicted on here in any way. At least not on the cover. But the Jetsons, Johnny Quest. You know, I used to love that kind of shit as a kid. And I know Eric T over at SideQuest Comics is a big Hanna-Barbera fan as well, so he'll probably enjoy seeing this. But, you know, I had to get this, because, I mean, this takes me back to my childhood, and I know I'm gonna have a fun time reading this on The Longest Comics Presents, whenever I finally get to June of 1993, but I'll probably read it soon anyway. But you'll see that book on there. And this one, I've never seen this before, but this is Huck number 5. I completely forgot to write the release date on this one, but this is a Raphael Albuquerque variant. It's Ghostbusters homage, Huckbusters. It even has like the same like font as the Ghostbusters poster or logo, I guess. I know nothing about this. I know nothing about Huck. I just saw the Ghostbusters homage, and I'm like, I have to pick this up. I mean, it's a Ghostbusters homage. Even if the interior has nothing to do with the movie, I still think that, like, this is an awesome homage cover, and as a Ghostbusters fan, I had to have this. And finally, I got one of these. They had, like, this, mystery thing, I guess? And I figured, I hadn't opened this yet, so I figured, why not do that in front of you guys, or for you guys? And I absolutely hate when there's already, like, an adhesive on this, but they decided to put tape on it anyway. I hate that. So now I have to, like, dig underneath and not damage the bag in any way. There you go. So I am actually just gonna see if I can take the rest of that off. Okay, that just came apart in pieces. Alright, whatever. I hate that. If you already have an adhesive on your bag and board, please do not put tape on it. That pisses me off. Mind you, this is a magazine-sized bag and board, so... And this is $3 for 5, I think? Yeah, three bucks for 5, so that's about 60 cents a piece. Hey, free magazine-sized bag and board. That's gonna come in handy for the metric fuck ton of magazine books I have. So, and I'm pretty sure these are all like newer ones, judging from what I'm seeing on the back cover. So let's get into this, shall we? This is... Actually, I have no idea. Well, this one's in pretty... Someone put the fucking sticker on there. That's not nice. Rise of the X, Powers of X. I have no idea what that title actually is supposed to say. Or am I not gonna find out? The Rise of the Powers of X. Okay. This is a number 3. So that's cool. Gotta have that. I'm already a big fan of this one because it got Superman and Krypto on the back. But, Justice League... I'm going to just assume... Or I guess Justice League The Atom Project number 2. Is this a Justice League book, or is this... Either way. The Atom Project, I haven't read this yet, so that's gonna be nice. Unless I didn't take all of them out, I think I only got 3 in here. I should have checked. Yeah, no, only got 3. Whatever. I mean, these are all, like, dollar books anyway, so I guess I'm not too upset. This is the number 1 to The Rise of the Powers of X, I guess. So, kinda disappointing that I only got 3, but... I mean, for $3, I paid $3 for it, so... Let me actually write $1 a piece, because... Yes, I wrote, like, sticky notes. Just to make sure, you know, for my logging purposes. I'm gonna put that over there. Whatever, that's cool. I'm really not that upset about it. So that's all from the cave. Now my thoughts on the cave. That's more of like a, both of these were like, they were primarily comic book stores. There were a lot of comic books in there. But the cave, I would say, is more so on the collectible side of things. Like, just from the general vibes that I got from being in there, it's like, people come here to, like, pick up, like, neat little things, or collect DVDs, records, cassettes. I didn't really see any cassettes in there, but I'm sure they had some. Memorabilia of any kind. It was filled with a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I could have spent all day in there. They had these huge, like, filing cabinets, all of full of comic books, like you saw in the footage, in which I hastily went through, because I knew I didn't want, because I was with, you know, my group of friends, and I didn't want to sit there all day and waste their time, so I kind of sporadically went through, random drawers, I guess. Condition, they had some cool, the books are in pretty alright condition. There is the filing cabinets, and then there was, like, another section of, like, I guess books they just put off to the side on another shelf or whatever. Which is where I found that Namor. But it was a pretty good store. I liked being in there. I could spend all day in that shop. But let's get into what I got at World's Best Comics and Toys. So this haul right here, I think I'm actually more proud of, because I actually sought out to get stuff that I needed for my runs. So let's just dive straight into this, shall we? Green Lantern, number 23. This is in 1963, first appearance of the Tattooed Man. This is a lower grade copy. I I'm not upset about that. It's $14 for the Tattooed Man. I mean, because I was expecting most of their, like, Silver Age books to be at the least, $20. And sure, they had some that were, but when I saw this for only $14, I was like, for this kind of grade, I am willing to pay that kind of money. And I mean, you can tell the damage just from looking at it, but, you know, the staples right here are kind of messed up. They're kind of messed up here, too. Obviously, spine ticks galore, you know, folds or whatever. The back cover isn't so pretty, but I checked the interiors, there are no loose pages, shockingly enough. And the thing is fully complete. So, that made me very happy. That made me very happy to see that. So, first appearance, the Tattooed Man. I had to get that. There was no way I wasn't gonna pick that up. So, got this Green Lantern blank. This is number 25 of the current run. Adam, over at Up and Adam Comics, has been like the little devil on my shoulder, telling me that I should get a jam piece started. And then I thought about it, and this was at Heroes Con. When I thought about it, I was like, you know what? That doesn't sound like an awful idea. So I'm getting a jam piece started. I'll probably just get, like... Because my first idea... I still need to, like, really solidify what I want this to be. Because my first thought was, like, get all the different Lantern Corps on here. So, like, the green, yellow, red, blue, you know. Get all that on there. And have it be drawn, obviously, by different people. There's that idea, and then there's the idea to just get different members of the Green Lantern Corps. Like, I'll probably get, like, the Core 4, so, like, Hal, Guy, John, Kyle, and then on the back get some, like, alien Green Lanterns that many people might not know about. We'll see. We'll see. I still need to solidify that idea. But yeah, thank Adam for getting me to do that. Iron Man, Volume 1, this is annual number 6, 1983. I was amazed when I saw this. Again, this one's fully intact, you know. Only $3.50. This is one of my favorite Iron Man covers, and I was amazed I didn't already have it. Then again, I'm not an Iron Man collector. I'm only collecting the Silver Centurion era, 200 to 232. Along with the the annual number 8. Yeah, I think that's the one that was in there. Those are the only ones I'm picking up actively. But I will pick up really cool Iron Man covers when I see them, because this is one of my favorite ones of all time. Diving into some Moon Knight, we got Moon Knight Volume 1, Number 2, September of 1980, Newsstand Edition. Had to get this. I mean, had to get this one. I don't have the number 1. This one's in pretty okay condition. Should I have paid $9 for it? Maybe. I mean, I'll get into my thoughts about the prices that this store had, because I have some thoughts. But this is number 19, February of 1982. I was also kind of surprised I didn't have this one already. I thought I'd picked it up. Got Moon Knight Volume 2, number 3. I think number 6 is now the last one that I need to finish out this run. $10. I wasn't too proud of that. I probably could have found it for less, but I also very rarely see these ones out, at least in my area. So I had to take my chances where I could. Got some Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man Volume 1, number 95. Cloak and Dagger, and the Black Suit Spider-Man. I mean, there was no way I wasn't gonna get that. Like, yeah, Cloak and Dagger, Black Cat, and Symbiote Spider-Man. Huge day to be a Marvel Rivals fan. Sensational Hornet. Sensational Spider-Man number 27. This is the Sensational Hornet cover. First appearance of Peter Parker as the Hornet. This was one of the ones that I needed for my Spider-Man costume appearances. I still need to, like, make a list of that. Because, like, I'm really just running off the top of my head of what I do and don't have. And that's not gonna help me very much, so, you know. This one, I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of. This right here, Tales of Suspense, number 87. This is... I still need to figure out my glare. I haven't been here in a long time. Number 87, 1966. Obviously, some damage up here. I don't care, it's fucking $9. This was $9. That price is not wrong. I just knew as soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to have it. I'm not a Tales of Suspense collector whatsoever. I'm really not. But I saw this book, it called my name, and I'm like, there's no way. I mean, that price was unbeatable. Cracked it open. Sure enough, the full thing's complete. Again, I don't even mind the chip in the corner. I showed this to Stevie D. If you're not subscribed or following him, what are you doing? He's a lovely guy, and he's working on a bunch of art, and it's awesome. And he's one of the kindest souls ever. He's also a very big Tales of Suspense collector, so I knew he would like it when I showed it to him. And he's the Tales of Suspense guy. He's been collecting that run recently. And he told me that I got a good deal on this. So if Stevie D himself told me that I got a good deal on this one, then I fully believe that I got a good deal on this. Again, despite the fact that there's a chip in the corner, which I cannot stress enough that I don't care about, the book's still, like, my camera isn't going to be able to do it justice. Like, if I, put it... Like, those colors pop. You'd have to see it in person. It looks... Just looking at it, it is beautiful in person. My camera's not going to be able to do it justice, but I had to get that. There was no way I was going to look at that and not pick it up. Got some Masters of the Universe. This is Volume 2 from Image, number 1. This is cover B. Now, this is based off of the 2000s Masters of the Universe cartoon. It's from, 2002 to 2003 or something, or 2004. But when I saw this, for a split second, despite the fact that I knew what era of Masters this was, for some reason my mind thought that, this cover was supposed to look like this He-Man was supposed to look like Dolph Lundgren. You kind of see it. I showed my mom this, and she thought the same thing. But it's the cartoon at the time, from the early 2000s, but... Had to get that. And then my last purchase from World's Best. This is Masters of the Universe, Forge of Destiny number 1, September of 2023. This is the cover B Freddie E. Williams II variant. Obviously, He-Man fan. I don't believe I've read the Forge of Destiny storyline yet. But I love Freddie E. Williams, and I love Tim Seeley. Well, I guess Freddie only did the cover, or this cover, because there's a new, Eddie Nunez. But I love Tim Seeley on He-Man anyway, so that was more than enough of a reason for me to pick this up, alongside, the badass He-Man and Skeletor cover right there. So those are the books that I bought at those shops. I do want to say, World's Best Comics and Toys, they had, some of their stuff was a little overpriced. I really wanted to look at, their wall books. But some of their stuff was just a little above my price range. Not even for the fact that I was already, being stingy with my money, because I didn't, I'm on vacation. I still wanted to come home with some money, and thankfully I did. But I was really trying to see if I can find some nice books to take home, just one or two. But sadly, there wasn't much in my price range. And they had a bunch of $20.99 books, or Spider-Man $20.99 books that I needed. All of them were above what I was willing to pay. I don't think there was a single one below $8. And again, they were in good condition. But I've seen good condition $20.99s for $5 or even $1. I would have paid for that, but there was no way I was going to spend more than that. But and this one was more of a direct comic book store. As you see in the footage, there was a ton of comic books just everywhere. I was bouncing around the store pretty much constantly. There were a ton of figures too. I really thought about buying. There were some Ghostbusters mini mates that I saw that I was really considering buying. I was like this close to buying them, and I was like, I can wait. I can wait on them. I didn't need them, and I was already, I'm trying to be conscious of, my luggage, how much space I'm gonna have. But I like the store. It was a really good store. It was fun being in there. Just again, some of the prices just were not meeting what I was looking for. Which isn't like which isn't a killer or a deal breaker. Sorry, which isn't a deal breaker, but again, I knew what I was coming in with. I knew my goals, so that's fine. And you get stuff like that, which is you can't help it. You can't help it. But as you can see, there are more books. These two are gifts from my buddy Chris, Astonishing Webhead. I will be talking about him soon on the channel, or soon and later this year. But he had some books for me. Well, I shouldn't even say for me. He just kind of gave these to me. But he was the guy who I stayed with while I was in California. Amazing guy, wonderful cosplayer, absolutely talented suit maker. But these were some really cool ones that I don't think I've ever seen before. So I guess there was a collaboration with Marvel and a watch company called Citizen or something like that. I still have my sticky note despite having already, whatever. There was a collaboration between Citizen and Marvel, which I guess is a watch company. And they produced these books. They have really interesting titles. Judging, and I had to go off of the interior of the book because I tried looking on League of Comic Geeks. They didn't have this anywhere. This is Custom Citizen Spider-Man. Number 1, I guess, from October of 2022. Still really cool. This features Spider-Man and the Black Panther. And notice that Spider-Man is in his 2017 animated series costume. Designed by Patrick Brown, I believe. Or at least Patrick Brown has drawn that Spider-Man so many times. But, it's really cool to see this in, like, a comic book form. I don't think I've ever... Like, I have to assume these came with, like... with the watches. Because I've never seen this before. So, that's really cool. And then, I was just able to get Custom Citizen number 1. Again, I'm going off of what it says, like, on the interior page. Because obviously the cover says something different. I was right, it is a watch company. But yeah, right there it says, you can't read it too well. Yeah, Custom Citizen 2022 comic reissue. Or whatever. I've literally never seen these before. They're probably gonna be like okay reads at best, but it's still really cool to see this because I've never seen this kind of stuff before. Usually with like tie-in comics, they're like with movies or something, but I've never seen one that was a tie-in to a watch company collaboration. So that's cool. Yeah, so that's my haul from California. 24 books, 22 bought, 2 gifted. Very proud of this haul. Again, a lot of stuff that I don't normally go for. Specifically from the Cave. Spectre, Namor. Tales of Suspense I don't normally go for, but again, I just had to pick that up for $9. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I knew when I was going on this trip, I knew I had wanted to go to at least a comic book store. I wasn't expecting to go to 2. I was very happy to go to 2. But as I cycle through this again, I just really want to reiterate how happy I am with this. I could not have asked for a better could not have asked for a better haul, honestly. For what I was going into, and for the people that I was hanging out with. I mean, it truly was a special vacation and a special time for me. I'm really just trying to go to that Tales of Suspense. Yep, there it is. Again, I have to show this off once more. I mean, hell yeah. But, you know, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of, you know, a longer one, but this needed to be longer, because there was no way I wasn't gonna, you know, show all of this off. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.